your most powerful ability in the game acquired, the run is going to get quite a bit more crazy very soon.
Absolutely massive, Toadette. Grips just took a few deaths getting sent back to that safety state.
I heard you guys like lore, right? Well, we have go fast left, we have go fast up with enemy, we have go fast down, and now we have go fast up without enemy. Charge jump acquired.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the 2022 Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition All Skills Tournament. Today we got the second match in a row, third match of the day coming here. Seed number 1 versus seed number 32, Rin versus Baron. My name is Lion Almanar and I'm joined on comms by Absa. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty fine. Had some nice bases on the afternoon, but today we're going to witness a great match since, well, the first seed is in this match. And not only the first seed, but also the 0 XP world record holder, Cereberon.
Yeah, although that probably won't be that important for this run specifically. As the seed difference you see here is probably going to show just a bit of difference in skill of the two runners, although still can be an exciting race, especially being able to see Rin, the first seed, be able to just perform in a race and hope that both runners can at least do the best of their ability and give us a good showing in this match.
Yeah, Rin has, well, decided to do some interesting tricks on this run, and well, it's not bad manner or anything, it's just trying new things here. Cereberon already knows Rin will be changing his world a little, so this run will be pretty unique from Rin's side.
Since yeah, with being a top seed, just having a lot of experience in this game means that Rin's able to do a lot of like more advanced strats and newer strats, as you're saying, that make his run look very exciting. But Baron as well, so just wants to try to still have a good race, even if this is not favored to win, and he knows that for sure going into this match. Especially, I mean, I think anyone against Rin, unless you're one of the other top runners, you're probably not expecting to win that match. But we're going to be getting started here in just a second, as the runners are going to be getting started and skipping the prologue, the most important trick in the run.
And Rin started a little before Baron here, but it's like 2 seconds, so it's not too problematic for the race. The game starts, and well, the first thing they're going to do is go and get Sane, which will grant them the ability Spirit Flame. The way till there is, well, jumping and moving, but even that is quite optimized on Rin's side compared to Baron. Seeing these little jumps on the platform and, well, gaining a few frames here and there.
You can also see, you also saw at the start on Rin's side, we saw the game language being slightly different. It was showing up in German, which is obviously the more superior option in this game, as Rin is just a slight bit ahead, but there's also a bit of a time difference here with the starting of the runners, so that difference is not as big as it looks for the current moment.
Another thing you may have noticed already is that the colors of Rin's screen are, well, much... maybe I should say that Baron's colors are much darker than Rin's. That's because Rin has changed his options in order to have a higher luminosity and to see better behind some of the menu screens that we'll be playing behind.
Yeah, and it can definitely help with some help with some tricks, especially seeing behind save anywhere, which we will see in a few minutes here. But for now, we're still going to be going through glades and trying to make our way over here, grab some keystones as we're setting up our health, as taking some damage boosts that you saw Rin do just there, to make sure that we have enough health so we can get a ghost store after picking up these keystones.
We're already seeing Rin taking quite a bit of an advance on his opponent. That's because Glades has tons of very small optimizations that allow you to save a few frames here and there. And well, piling these up just ends up being quite the time save. And really it's pretty much invisible for anyone who isn't experienced enough in the game. Oh my god, Rin.
Wow. So that's actually pretty unfortunate there for Rin. So takes takes a first off the Frankie decides to drop an energy and be annoying, and then because Rin had to pick up that energy, it means that his jump is a bit off, and so he will have to go back to the ghost store. But it's probably one of the worst spots you can see an energy drop. But and Baron's been was able to get a bit of advantage, but Rin's movement has been able to get some advantage back with just some better movement here after the health cell.
And also there's a slight difference we haven't noted here, is that Baron destroyed the bramble under the wooden plank when descending, while Rin just ignored it. This is a very new strat that Rin has implemented, that's called a fast drop. And it saves like a second if done well, so we'll see on the way up if Rin has trouble going through. But for now they're reaching wall jump, and well, Baron has a slight lead.
Just a slight lead though for now. It's still very close. And see, it's as they're both in this cutscene at the same time. We'll both be getting the tree at the same time. Only about a second difference here at wall jump. So not that big of a lead, but might see some changes in that lead in just a little bit. As Rin actually has a bit of trouble with the wall, but wall jumps are hard. And so they pick up the energy cell, which will be a bit later. Will be a bit useful later once we can use stuff with energy. As Rin got the level up on the way down, Baron is going to be getting it here to be able to pick up just a bit more XP, and as we make our way out of this area.
You've said wall jumps were hard, but that's because the walls in this game are exactly as they look. So their hitbox is exactly what they seem to be from an outside eye. So sometimes the walls just aren't very much wall jumpable.
Yeah, that's very true. The walls are very difficult sometimes to climb up, as Rin actually with a bit of better movement here, leaving Glades has actually gotten a bit of a lead. That is going to place a safety save there just to make sure that it doesn't take a death and go all the way back to the wall jump tree. Has enough energy and will be getting a level up soon in Blackroot Burrows, so not going to really need that energy later on. As we make our way over, kill some brambles, get the teleporter, open the ability menu, and Rin is going to be choosing to level up Quick Flame here.
And Rin level ups Quick Flames, enter the Blackroot Burrow area, and well, he's taken the lead back from Beer on the way. And here we should see slightly different strat from Biron and Rin. So I don't know if Rin will be going for the fast cycle or will try the very new strat that was found, well, or at least proven to work by Luster yesterday.
Yeah, we'll see what Rin does and difference the strats in die Schwarzwürfelgänge. However, for now, yes, we're going to see actually Rin is going to be skipping this as Baron. Unfortunately takes a death there, but did have a save. So is going to be able to get back up here. Yeah,
Interesting.
this is a very
really
new strat. This is a new strat that I believe was first seen yesterday, and is going to be able to use this new pause flow, which is going to be able to allow him to skip over some platform cycles and actually be able to get the fastest platform cycle possible. Unfortunately, takes an extra hit in the spikes there, but is still fine and will miss the platform cycle, however.
Yeah, it took one damage boost too much, so it didn't have the orb drop at the right moment and missed the cycle, but he'll be going for another... Oh no. Well, looks like things didn't go his way, so he'll just be walking the normal way now.
Yeah,
and
so
Biron
being
is
at 1
doing
HP,
the intended way, sorry.
Yeah, so being at 1 HP there actually makes it a bit difficult and a bit more risky for Rin. We'll need to still get some XP later on, and actually I believe doesn't have an ability point with that. So, and is realizing that now and needs to go up and get this XP orb. Has probably thought that he had gotten that, but does need to pick this up. So a bit of time save for Baron here actually, as Rin. Normally with this shot you would need to get the 6p orb as you didn't get the one earlier to be able to save a cutscene. However, with the bottom XP, or without getting the bottom XP and picking up that top XP, he will have to pick up that top XP orb, which gives Baron a bit of a lead here now as well.
Rin has a very scary amount of XP. He's like 1 XP off from level upping, and well, he absolutely doesn't want to level up since there's a strat that will require level upping just right after that. And well, Baron seems to have a few seconds of advantage. He's not going for the cutscene stack here, he's going for the simpler strat that works very well here, allowing him to skip the well, the cutscene in BRB.
Yeah, and so that's gonna be a bit safer, but Rin will be able to save some time here doing the cutscene stack. We'll have to watch some cutscenes over top of each other though, and be able to do some blind movement, which does save some time, but is a bit risky. Rin is doing one of the many strats that we have for this. It does get the blind movement, and will be moving his way out of here. Still just a bit behind Baron, but has definitely caught up some time here, and is only a few seconds behind as he's leaving Black Root Burrows. Making our way over to Frankie Walk.
So let's start Frankie Walk. Frankie Walk just means walking the Frankie like you would be walking your dog, but the Frankie is not as friendly as your dog and it will try to kill you, so you've got to pay attention. First, not to get hit, and second, to how you get it set up in Rin's case, since he's playing with Quick Flame, sorry. So he'll be setting the Frankie right here, and then he'll be trying to get the Frankie to die at a specific spot in order to get the experience needed to open this door. So how does he open this door exactly?
So because you only have 2 energy, but you place the 2 energy in the door, get a level up, that gives you 2 more energy, you're able to place it in the door, as Rin is able to do it just a bit faster. And Baron unfortunately takes a death, but got lucky, 10% chance to get an energy drop on the Frankie, got the energy drop, placed a save, and used the energy, and used that save after taking a death to the Frankie, so very valuable safety save there from Baron.
And Rin starts trying for the God Cycle here. He will be able to get a cycle. He did. This saves 8 seconds, so it's a pretty valuable time save. Maybe Baron can get it too.
We'll see if Baron's able to get it here, as it is going to be getting this keystone and able to do another ghost door here.
Very precise movement, but it doesn't look like he's trying to go for a cycle. In the meantime, well, Rin just died on the spikes, but he'll be able to reach double jump anyway, with quite the lead here.
Yeah, there is a bit of a lead now coming out that's building ever so slightly as Rin is moving on here with just showing more experience and better movement. Did take one slight left lead in there, entering double jump area, but is going to be able to make his way out of here as Baron also unfortunately takes a bit of a death there. This movement down around these spikes is very difficult and very precise, but does get it through the next time. A bit tricky to get this final movement, and unfortunately gets hit by the slime as well.
By the slime.
Yeah, this is a bit unfortunate since with the ghost door you're only at 1 health, and Rin goes for baguette jump, gets baguette jump first try.
And Baron now gets the tree. He's like 40 seconds behind. It's still possible to catch up if Rin has some mess ups here and there, which may happen, who knows. But for now, Rin is just climbing all the way to Ginso Tree. In the meantime, Cereberon is having troubles with the walls. The walls in Grotto are very unforgiving. Like, really, sometimes you just want to jump, but they won't let you.
Yeah. Some of the walls are not very flat. They look like more like real stones that you'd see in the real world and not in a video game, but they are not very flat sometimes and can be a bit difficult to climb as they are exactly how they look.
Baron having some troubles with the Grotto escape.
Yeah.
Gets it second try.
Does get a second try. Had placed a safety save there. No baguette jump, unfortunately. But gonna place the save, skip another cutscene as Rin is at the top of Grotto and makes his way over to the Ginso tree. Skipping this ability cell at the top of the tree means that he is going to be going for Seed Juggle, which is a trick that we'll see in Sorrow later in the route, which we'll point out once we get there in around 10 minutes or so.
And Rin is here working on the teleporter to use it way later into the run, and getting ready to enter Ginso, the big tree of water in this game. First
Yep.
skipping a few cutscenes, and then entering the tree and doing whatever is needed.
And so what we're seeing from in here also is entering gain storage, which is going to be using the ability to save the game and doing some gain storage to be able to get blind movement, or not really blind movement, but get movement through the entrance while the cutscene normally be playing, and you have to listen to Sign talk about some stuff that we don't really care about. But he's able to skip that. It's up here and is making some very fast pace in Ginso, as Baron is also doing a good job climbing up these very difficult to climb walls in Grotto.
Yeah, Baron is going to reach Ginso very soon too, but Rin has been taking quite the lead here, reaching the puzzle minigame in Ginso. While, well, something you said earlier, Rin doesn't take the AC at the top of the tree here, while Baron does. So this means there's a route difference. Baron will be doing for the route that's called Terra Break, while Rin is going to do the Crazy Juggle. Is not a major difference, but something we'll see a bit later in the run in the Sorrow Pass. Rin is going for the mini-boss, trying to get the 3 cycles on the mini-boss. I don't know if it's still possible. He doesn't get it.
One shot away from getting 3 cycle, but with quick flame, 3 cycle is very, very difficult to do. And still 4 cycle is faster than we're likely to be able to see Baron do without quick flame. So still shows some of the differences there between Magnet and quick flame early. As Rin is setting himself, taking a damage boost there, and is going to place a save at this Ghost Star to be able to get to the Bash Tree a bit quicker, as Baron has just made his way into Ginso and is going to start his climb up to the tree, inside the tree.
So despite the mess up in BRB, Rin is on a very solid pace here. He's doing very clean movements all the way. And I think Baron is also playing up to his standards here. So the run is going pretty well for now. Rin has gotten Bash, which is this ability we're seeing, where he just jumps on enemies or on projectiles and throw them wherever he wants. Baron is going to get it very soon too, after this teleporter room, the mini-boss, etc. Alright.
Rin has got a good key deep. Gonna be doing some damage boosting up the wall of the spikes and is able to get that done really well. This can be a bit difficult, but was able to get that trick. And is going to be placing hyperspeed here. Did get the hyperspeed and will be going into the second mini boss of Ginso, as Baron does the first mini boss of Ginso.
And apparently at Enter Ginso the lead for Rin was like 1 minute and 30 seconds. We'll see at Bash Tree if it just grew or if it stayed constant. Oh no, death on the mini-boss from Baron here. This mini-boss deals 2 damage with its attack, so going 4 HP doesn't really protect you much compared to 3 HP. 2 hits are necessary to kill Ori.
Rin is going to make his way into Swamp. We see him skip one of the XP orbs that we saw there, so likely to be doing another newer strat that we're going to see at Fast Stompless later on, as we're bashing Ringo over here towards Swamp Entry, and we're gonna see if he get the double bash. Unfortunately, double bash doesn't work out. Ringo sometimes just is not like Ori runners and decides to make them lose time constantly, as Baron, after that one death in the mini-boss, was able to get it through the mini-boss, well done, and is now going to be setting up his damage boost for the Ghost Door and getting over towards Bash Tree here.
As Rin is just reaching the Storm Tree on his side, so there's like an entire split of difference between the 2 runners now, which should equate to something like 2.5 minutes for Rin.
And they're seeing just some better movement on Rin's side that's been allowing him to get this advantage. Now over 2 minutes is the difference between the runners, about the whole time it takes for them to get through the swamp split, as Rin is now going to make his way out of swamp and over to the left. Gonna use Ringo once more and get this ability cell over to the left. Barely able to get it, just Ringo almost decided that he wanted to jump off and have some fun getting hit with spikes, but chose not to do it. Just fortunately for Rin, Rin was able to save him, as he's going to use another frog over here and get through and skip, I don't know, something that's supposed to be there, I'm not really sure.
And Baron got a nice key duping here, so no problem on this side. Going for the hyperspeed, but sadly he just forgot to put the keys before saving. So the hyperspeed went off, but it went off into the door, so sadly he's losing a little bit of time here. Rin goes for the very difficult strat on Spider Sack here. He got it. I'm not sure another runner got it on the tournament yet.
It's a very difficult strat to get those double bashes done well. Did fortunately fall in the spike pit once, but I was still able to get the strat just after that. So Rin is going to be making his way up to the spirit tree, skipping a cutscene as Baron making his attempts at swamp entry as just a bit as he gets into swamp.
He gets the Gandalf XP that Rin just ignored earlier, which means he's not going for that new strat that Rin is going to do, well, very soon here. And, well, just like Rin doing the blind movements on the laser cutscene, moving straight towards Ringo, and placing a safety save before swamp entry.
Yeah, it's very understandable safety save. Ringo, as I said earlier, likes to jump into spikes, but also likes to jump into water, and unfortunately can't really swim, so we want to make sure that he doesn't really do that so that we can actually save some time here and not have to redo it. As Rin gonna hit a bird in the head with a stomp and grab an ability cell in a place to save here and go up towards Stompless, as we're like going to see a new Stompless strat that was started in, that was found within the last week. So he's gonna go for it. He's gonna open a save anywhere here, get the shots here, gonna be able to get it. This will be a bit tight, but is able to get that, and it's gonna be going for a reload here after leveling up charge dash, and
Go and get 200 XP down there,
Yeah.
placing a save,
now
going on an essay here, and well, doing all of that, and well, skipping the XP Cereberon took near the Gandalf slime is supposed to save about 10 frames, so it's quite a lot for not a big reward.
a whole 10 frames of save, which is about 0.167 seconds. So not that much time save, but still it's 10 full frames. Which Rin really wanted to make sure that he could save in this run, and unfortunately takes a death on Sarabash. That is also a newer Sarabash strat, which is also very difficult to do, and is generally a very difficult trick. But Rin's going to be making another attempt, as Baron is now going to be making his way over to the Kuro cutscene skip, as placing a save, and see if he can skip this cutscene or just make sure, see if it's even there at all. And
if
we'll be able to skip
the cutscene to it. A funny thing about this new strat he did after Fast Stompless is the fact that when you respawn, you get an hyperspeed if you die. So very original.
Yeah.
Rin going for C-Juggle here.
Yep, this is the strat that he's going for. Unfortunately, does actually C-dash the frog, and so he's going to have to go for a backup here. There is another frog here that we can use for the C-Juggle that Rin is going to be using after charge dashing through a laser, which totally makes sense.
Juggling, oh god, Rin, okay. So if he misses here, he can still get a backup with an XP, well, an AC later on. But looks like it went well, and he will be able to reach Sunstone.
Yep, gonna be at Sunstone, and gonna also skip a long cutscene as Baron has made his way through the rest of Charge Lane Split and is now on. Is Frankie, well, it did cooperate, gonna bash off that Frankie and make his way up through the Spirit Tree, skip a cutscene here, and then go over to Valley. And as Rin does skip another 64-second cutscene and stomp down some more, not get hit by some lasers, and that was very close on
very
the
nice
cycle.
from him, really. Very nice
And
timing.
unfortunately, he gets hit on the spikes just a tiny bit too low there on the charge dash, but we'll be able to redo it. Not a big deal, as the save after the Sunstone cutscene does mean that he doesn't have to do anything else there. Again, gets it the second try, and will be making his way over to charge dash, or charge jump, with some charge dashes, as Baron stomps a peg and is going to make his way into Valley.
Yeah, and Baron is going to go and get his C-dash very soon. I think he will do Stormblast too, but not exactly the same version as Rin, since he won't be needing a save anywhere on the end. Rin is now reaching for Misty going down Sorrow, so the Misty Woods is a very dangerous place, but also a very beautiful place to watch when you are watching all skills, since from this moment onward, the runner pretty much has every movement option there is in the game. So he will be able to show us a very cool display of skill here.
So decided to knock Wilhelm the Frog off of the spike, off of the cliff, and you hear the scream as he gets the meteor kicked and is now making his way through Misty, while Baron is attempting his fast stompless. He's going to try to go for a damage boost here, as the spider decided not to shoot him, but didn't quite get the shot angle correctly, so he's going to have to redo it one time, as Rin is going to place a save here, skip another shortcut scene, and his way over to the climb tree. As Baron this time is
Baron
choosing...
gives up on the fast complex here. He's going to do the classic Stompful.
Yeah.
Going to destroy this rock.
Yep, gonna stomp the rocks and hit her on the head as Rin had got hit by the spikes, stomped straight into them, but was able to not get hit again, as that is one of the advantages of taking 4 HP and not 3, which Rin has done in the past, but choosing for the safety in this run, and it does end up paying off. Had a safety save, so it wouldn't have been that much time lost, but it's still nice to not have to lose that time with 4 HP, as make his way very quickly with some charge dashes and stomp cancels out of here. As Baron is now going to be able to be leveling up charge dash. Rin fortunately is going to take a death there and will have to go and redo the start of back Misty from the climb tree.
Cereberon using a different prog here for the rocket jump towards Sorrow Bash. Pretty original. He's taking the XP, the energy here, meaning he will be placing maybe some safety saves throughout Sorrow. Setting up for the... I'm not sure his setup is going to work. Oh, it looks like he goes for the new strats. And yeah, he was in a very precarious position, unable to place the bird as he wanted. So he took a death there, but it's not too punishing since he placed the safety save before. In the meantime, Rin has been going through the mid-balls in Misty, very quickly aiming directly for the Misty mini-boss here, Bang Zoom. The mini-boss is gone.
Boss that barely showed up for any time is gone, as Baron is now going to be making his way through Sorrow with some rocket jumps. Going to be going over to charge jump first before getting Sunstone. So so a bit of a different route than what Rin took, but definitely safer and significantly easier of a route, as Rin has made his way out of Misty Woods and is going to be using a teleport to go back over once again, the second time, to Die Schwarzwurzelgänge, and so that he can pick up the grenade skill and get this is the last skill of the run that we're going to need before we head over to Mount Haru.
Alright, he prepared a save anywhere from the beginning of BRB here, in order to, well, skip a future cutscene, so he'll be playing the game mostly kind of half blind, but he knows the route very well, so it's very much not a problem for him. Going straight for the bird here, dashing through the cutscene, and nice job, Rin. So Rin will be getting the grenade and maybe showing us some nice grenade jumps. In the meantime, Cereberon, he's doing terror break here with charge jumps on the spikes, breaking the top floor here, avoiding the lasers and going straight for the Sunstone.
And now with grenade is going to be going out of like out of Black Root Burrows and gonna be using some more rocket jumps and is gonna go over here to the right, not get hit by the boulder, and pick up this extra health cell. Gonna be at 5, which is necessary as he uses the TP over to Dawn and Zumpf, and will be going from there over to Mount Horu, over to the left here. This is the teleporter that we picked up earlier. I'm gonna be using another rocket jump and some more charge dashes as we have, and gonna be picking up. Actually, he's gonna stop that because normally goes for 3 HP and would need that extra health cell.
Here.
Yeah, but realizes that doesn't actually need that 6 health cell as he has the 5 already, and we're gonna see Rin making way through Horror Fields here. And
what is Rin doing?
Fortunately, seeing some cancels there, but then still wants to have some energy as he's going to be going for Worm Skip, which means that he will not get an energy refill and still needs some energy to do the grenade jump as Baron has made his way into Nebelfaust and will be going through this area and going here using a rocket jump and making his way over to the Keystone. Fortunately, kills Ronki, not the exact normal way you do it, but does work out in the end and is still safe and alive as Rin is attempting his Worm Skip.
And Rin got a first try here, door warp, and another door warp here. What happened, Rin? He just entered the final escape on the first frame, which just teleported him back to, well, the place the first door warp teleported him, and looks like he took a death on his line movements, but thankfully he has a second chance since he set it up so that he could make a mistake here. And well, he's rushing through final escape very quickly here, trying to catch the right cycle on the fish. It looks like an early cycle, but it should be fine. Rin knows what he's doing. Going to avoid the Cure Trigger, reaching the end, and grenade jumping. GG Rin.
GG at the end. Good. Troubles. We'll be finishing with a low 30 with the time. Just gonna be barely, not quite sub 30, as Baron has got his climb and is now gonna be making his way through the end here, and will be finishing up Misty, picking up some more keystones which we need for a door later, placing a safety save at the 3rd keystone so that we won't have to redo Misty once again, as we're gonna see Rin on the other side just finishing up. We're gonna see some narrow hops, optimally losing some time here at the end, and we'll be finishing with the official time of 30 minutes and 12 seconds, and we'll be taking the victory in this race and moving on to the next round.
Yeah, 30 seconds and 12 seconds, that's a really good time considering the few mistakes he did here and there, especially the ones in Sorrow and in BRB where he used, well, strats he wasn't necessarily very familiar with. Sorry.
Yeah, especially with new strats, definitely understandable losing some time, but Baron as well, not necessarily going for new strats, but going for strats that he knows how to do and is cleanly making his way through the rest of Misty Woods, and will be killing the mini boss here, doing them one at a time. An easier strat, and gonna be trying to get the bash there. Not quite gonna be able to get it, but will be able to kill the mini boss in the second time. Although his XP was just a bit low, he's gonna choose to kill this Frankie to get the level up for the XP, but still just a bit low, and is gonna kill this spider as well. See if it'll be enough. Still not quite enough, and we'll go for the other one. Still a bit low on XP, but very close now. Unfortunately,
I think he forgot to take 100 XP in Sorrow, maybe, which makes XP a bit too low.
Yeah, didn't quite catch that, but definitely could have been an option. Make sure it doesn't take a damage to take it out there. It does have an energy, so it could choose to use that for a safety save, but it's not going to go for it. And instead is going to pick up the last 17 experience that he needs, and will get it, and will move his way through the rest of the run and out of Misty Woods, over back once again for his revisit of Die Schwarzwurzelgänge, and as he picks up his last skill of the run.
Yeah, something I've noticed about Baron's run is that when he rocket jumps, he charged manually the game. Well, he uses the charge skill, if it can be called a skill, manually, and well, does his rocket jump and sea jumps at the same time. I've never seen that before. Maybe it's something deeply ingrained is in his muscle memory. So, well, maybe we should ask him after the run. But for now, he's just, well, delving deep into the Blackwood burrows, ready to get the grenade. We've seen these movements from Rin. Cereberon does them as well. Alright, yeah, he did it again. Aired a rocket jump and charge jumps at the same time. Does he have enough energy?
He just realized that he doesn't actually have an energy, and so we'll have to go pick up this energy. As going to try one more time to see if he can get this charge dash onto the bird. Not quite going to get the angle though, so we'll have to take a death here and redo this area over the lasers, and has to go back here once again.
Missing cycle, it's okay.
Yeah. Yep, totally fine, and has energy. Is going to get the charge dash this time. Will refund the energy. So he will also have enough energy to be able to make his way through Blackwood Burrows. Gonna try to go for the dash glide here over the cutscene. We'll get it this time, and it's going to be exiting the game and going, and now going to be able to pick up his grenade, and we'll see now with this grenade if he will choose to do some grenade jumps, which are totally optional for now, but see if he chooses to do this. But this run is still a very good run, especially for his times that he had earlier in the qualifier stage, so definitely showing that he's gotten a bit better since then, and will still be on a decent pace, probably between somewhere around 37-38 minutes. Will be unfortunately going to be taking a death in the laser, but did rekindle that save there after leaving, the save he placed for the cutscene skip. Unfortunately taking another death in the laser, but bit less time lost than otherwise with that save.
Yeah, he's now climbing. Hopefully he won't have any trouble getting through the laser here. It's fine. And well, he will go and get the last HP he needs for the final escape. Goes the top route here. It's interesting. Not usual. Oh no, we just skipped the HP and he will take the one in the horror fields that Rin just unlocked but didn't take. So another little difference of routing here on Baron's side. Avoiding the crushers. Going pretty quickly here. No. Alright, getting the funky. This rocket jump wasn't accompanied by a charge jump. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of disturbed by sometimes how he rocket jumps.
He's actually not going to pick up that health cell. I don't think he got a 5th, so I hope he realizes that he may not have 5 health here. I'm not entirely sure.
Did he get the spider sack health cell? I didn't watch back then.
I didn't see, but I wasn't sure if he did. We'll see in just a second, but I don't know if he did. So I hope that he did, and that he would have to. They won't have to go and then leave Horu after here to be able to finish his run. As if he doesn't, and he has picked up 2 health cells, as you can see in the menu, so it does have 5 health. So his health is fine, and we'll be able to go through Horu if Dorp is nice. And unfortunately, this trick is very difficult to do, so if he doesn't get it, then he will have to redo it once again. It is 1 frame, so making mistakes here is definitely understandable. But hopefully you can get it soon, so you can finish up this final escape of this run. Does get it this try. First try, obviously. Yeah, I mean, come on, we didn't see any of those last attempts.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was.
Try.
That was just some RNG manipulation for final escape, so that you can make sure you can get the most optimal energy drops here. And now we're going to be making our way through the final escape. Once we didn't see this cutscene earlier from Rin, but we're going to see it now as Kuro is going to be chasing us out of the escape.
Yeah, going very quickly through the escape. Since he's not doing one skip like Rin does, he didn't have to do blind movements and he's got his energy refilled. So he's pretty comfortable being able to do pretty much as many charge dashes as he wants during the final escape. Here he is playing with 5 HP, so he will be trying to get that nice fish cycle down there. He goes for a slightly later cycle than Rin, gets it very well here, avoids spawning Kuro, just climbs all the way to the grenade jump spots. Alright, that's his grenade jump spots, gets ready, grenade jumps, and one try. Second try. Let's go, Baron, you've got this.
It also is a very difficult trick, and going to be choosing not to go for it. Very understandable. It is also one frame trick, so it can be very difficult to do. And we'll be finishing here at a time that should be in just about a little over a minute now, as yes, we'll have to watch the full cutscene, but after the cutscene, we'll be finishing up the run, and believe this will be his fastest run in the tournament so far, so definitely impressive after, and so he's definitely shown that he's at least got some more practice in after the qualifier stage, which was really not, maybe not up to the level that we've liked, but so it's definitely his fastest run of the tournament by at least a few minutes. So very good run from Baron, at least, despite some mistakes. To see that he's still at least been able to improve from his qualifier times.
He's definitely performed over what we expected from him while judging from the qualifiers, so it can be said it's a pretty good run. So now we'll be going to get Ori. Will he do some little hops here and there like Rin did?
See if he chooses to do it. Currently just gonna run and is gonna go for a few hops here and there, and finishing with the final time of 39 minutes and 9 seconds.
And we've got Baron and Rin ready for an interview after his race. They'll be joining us very soon to answer whatever question we have for them.
We now have our runners joining us in on deck, or in the live channel, so GG's to both of you for that run.
GG.
Oh, thank you.
So for Baron, that was your best run of the tournament. So, well, it might not be the best run you've ever done. We've seen your PB was much better, but it was also much older. Did you feel some difficulties throughout the run? Some places you very much weren't ready for, or you think pretty rusty?
Oh, absolutely. 3 years ago, I was extremely heavy on all skills, and I was having tons of fun. I joined the tournament to have a lot of fun, to de-rust a little bit, and that's where we stand. I got to face off against Rin, the #1 seed, so I definitely got my fun's worth.
Well, talking about Rin, you showcased some pretty interesting strats here. What was that BRB and what happens with this XP you missed?
Alright, so this is a new route. It actually does save time because you can get a near cycle. It's supposed to work, but like I was super low on HP and I was like, okay, if I go ahead and do pulse float now, I die if I hit the slam. So I just don't do pulse float, right? I don't need to get the EXP anyway. And then I like enter like the second room. I'm like, wait, I need EXP for that. And so I go back and pick up the 100 EXP up top. But yeah, you're supposed to actually pick up the top EXP. It's a really new find. Like I timed it like this morning, I think.
Yeah, but definitely good to this is just at least see a showcase of a strat, even if it didn't go quite as expected.
Yeah.
but you also did choose to do another new strat at Fast Dauntless that we've also seen recently as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that one only would have saved time if I did Sea Juggle behind Save Anywhere, which no, Absol I will not do. Sorry about that. But it's a really cool strat, and I'm just super excited to see new time saves being found in this game after like DOT was like 2016, so it's been almost 6 years now. It's crazy to me that we still find time saving something that's as optimized as all skills. So I just wanted to showcase that, and thankfully it went well.
I had something of maybe a more technical question for you, Baron. When you were rocket jumping, I've noticed that you were also charge jumping at the same time. So is it something about your bind or your muscle memory?
Oh, well, I mean, that's something specific to how I play the game. I don't use anything other than what the game gives me. I'm completely vanilla controls. So everything is timed by me.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. I don't think any other runner does this. Maybe controller runners, some of them. But yeah, does anyone else? Do you know of anyone else who plays with vanilla control?
Yeah. I think it's mostly just the dash button that people can't stand being on control, but it gets used just enough to not bother me. And sometimes you get that weird charge jump, grenade, well, not grenade, rocket jump. It looks good.
Yeah, I saw that like when I was lurking on the restream and saw you do that, and I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, did he just upwards grenade jump? Like, what? It was super cool to see.
Um, well, I think both runs were pretty clean. Well, Rin did some big mistakes, but well, are you still satisfied with what you did, Rin?
Yeah, pretty much. My early game was weird. Like, I'm not sure what happened with like the OG energy, like back in Glades, but it's a bit of a whatever, really. I just wanted to showcase some of the newer glitches, and the rest of the run went pretty fine actually. A few deaths, but like nothing too bad. So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with like what I've had, especially considering I haven't had as much time as I'd like to play recently. So I was a bit rusty, but so yeah, overall I'm pretty satisfied with the run.
Understandable. And so your next matchup in the tournament, you'll be moving on to the round of 16, and you're going to be facing up against Guitar. So what's on that match, and if you're going to be able to spend more time practicing or anything that you're going to do in preparation for it.
Yeah, I should have more time practicing coming up. I think I'm pretty confident for my next match, but it's not like I shouldn't just stop practicing at all, because like guitar is good, guitar is being improving really fast, and you never know when he like turns out one of his best runs. And yeah, I still have to focus for this race, and I respect guitar a lot as a player. So like I don't know, like I feel like I still need to like gather as much time as I can. If I can, then that's fine. That's just how it is. But hopefully, I will.
Understandable. Yeah, he's a very good runner. I can that much. But Baron, you're also that is unfortunately for you the last match in the tournament. But I was yeah, excited or still proud of your position and happy to at least just have been able to participate in the tournament.
Yeah, what can you say going against one of the best matchup you can get? And I'm happy with how things went. There was a moment where I was almost threatened with giving lore to the speedrun community, but I went back and got the energy for everybody.
I think that is going to be also for us from today. So thank you to both of our runners, Rin and Baron, for the race. And we do have two more matches left in the round of 32. Primarix versus Lil Sharky will be tomorrow at 11 p.m. UTC, and Covered Muffin versus Turtle Run will be on Friday at 8 p.m. UTC. So stay tuned for those matches as well. And thank you as well, Reese for Restream and Turtle for giving us some stats in the truck, and for Absagami for joining me on commentary today. My name is Lion Almanar. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Thanks for watching, everyone.